All right, welcome, mysterious group number 4, since we had jumpers, and apparently there was more options that needed to be explored for this pick a card session called What Was I Meant to Learn from This Relationship? So if you picked group number 4, you chose the card Zepar, the Lovers. I am so interested to see how it goes for you. I'm not gonna lie, I've decided to pour myself a drink because the last 3 were so heavy. I have high hopes for you, group number 4. Let's get into it. Group number 4. I'm going to shuffle and then get jumpers for your cards. So I'm going to ask for a card that represents you in this relationship. And we have the Ace of Swords. The person in this relationship is represented by the 8 of Swords reversed. Your subconscious actions that you took or did or are doing in this relationship. 2 of Pentacles, their subconscious actions. The Hermit reversed. Your conscious actions. The Emperor, their conscious actions. Death. Your lesson, Temperance reversed. Their lesson, Justice and the 3 of Cups. The reason why this had to happen. That's very interesting. I want to clarify the why right off the bat. And we'll pull more clarifiers for the others afterwards, but let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please. Queen of Swords reversed. Man, you're not helping. All right. Group number 4. Frozen Camera Life. Let's see if I come back. Apparently I won't, so I'm going to switch you back to the card so I can pause this and fix it. Oh shit, that was not the button I meant to push, but here I am. So hi. Group number 4, mystery group. You are represented by the Ace of Swords, so perhaps you are very clear-minded or a strong communicator in this relationship. You're aware that there will be adversities that need to be talked through, and you're interested in having open communications. Good for you. This is already very different from the last 3 groups. The person in question in this relationship with you is represented by the 8 of Swords reversed, which means that they're actively working on deconstructing their beliefs. So they may be challenging themselves about social constructs, political constructs, their own nurtured environment constructs, what they learned in the home, for example. So they're doing a lot of mental cognitive work on releasing things that no longer serve them. Good for you both. Thank God. You subconsciously are represented as doing 2 of Pentacles, which means juggling. And I guess in this relationship what I get from that is that it's natural or ingrained behavior patterning for you to maybe take on too much or be constantly balancing things. I don't get it as much of, I don't get third party energy, I don't get sneaking around type energy with that. I very much just get this it's natural for you to take on a lot of responsibility, basically. They subconsciously have the Hermit reversed, which may mean that, okay, so on one hand, it seems like this would be a card about being blocked in doing a lot of self-discovery, but with the 8 of Swords Reversed, I actually get with the Hermit that subconsciously they've always felt the need to do their self exploration with the help of others rather than alone. So they may really respond well to talk therapy, for example. You actively are the Emperor in this relationship, which says that you might be more of the dominant energy, or the sort of the ruler of the kingdom, or maybe the main decision maker. I'm sure it is balanced in that you have communication around that, because it's very much shows that. But you may be more of the like concept of like the money maker or decision maker, or leading the realm, so to speak. So you may act with a lot of confidence, integrity, and caring about other people, right? Like when you're an emperor, you have to listen to the people for making choices. They are consciously acting as the death card. So, this may not be a romantic relationship. This could very much be more like therapist to patient, or it could be more of like mentor and mentee. It could also be romantic as well. But this person seems to be really challenging a lot about their thoughts, needing to talk it out with another individual, because they're actively seeking transformation of themselves. They want to be different. They want to change for the better. Your lesson is temperance reversed, and that's rather interesting because normally temperance is about being in balance. So I wonder if this has to do, and we'll pull some clarifiers to find out. But first off, I'm just going to say that maybe it has to do with the subconscious patterning of taking on a lot of responsibility and having some imbalance issues there for yourself. Maybe it has to do with checking in about how much you are being there for someone else, and also trying to be there for your own realm. But we'll pull clarifiers to find out more. Their lessons is represented by Justice and the Three of Cups. So what I get from that is really, again, having to be self-critical in your decision-making, their decision-making, I should say. Trying to be balanced and fair, but also trying to be, healthy. Can accept that there's an overindulgence, but not frequently, and that you can be sociable, but also be introverted, like making healthy choices in one's social networks. They're trying to become a more balanced individual, not just for themselves, but for the collective, it seems. And cameras. Technical issues. All day, every day. It seems to be happening in abundance in this particular recording of this series. So, thank you for bearing with me. The reason why it came together, on one hand, it just says it was the right time. Like it was just fortuitous for you to be in connection with one another and able to go through this experience together. But then it has the Queen of Swords reversed as the clarifier, and that to me really says that maybe there is still some unbalance going on here, particularly in the mind on both sides. So let's pull some clarifiers on everything and see if we can get some more details. Okay. All right. Let's get a clarifier for your Ace of Swords. Clarification for your Ace of Swords, please. Justice reversed. How very interesting. So what I really get from this is that on one hand, you may be a practitioner of good communication, critical thinking, etc. But that sometimes it can still be that you find yourself out of balance. You have extremely great skills, more advanced than other people when it comes to communication and holding space and being non-judgmental. But at times it could be that you still may overgive, or I get more overgiven this scenario because it seems like the other person is doing a lot of transformational work and you're just there being like, I have all these responsibilities and I take care of everyone. So, yeah, the notion of balance is coming up a lot with Temperance reverse, Justice reverse, and the Two of Pentacles. There's so much juggling happening in your reading. Let's go and get a clarifier on the Eight of Swords reversed, please. What are these beliefs that they're trying to undo? They're trying to become the Emperor. They may actually be inspired to be like you. Right? Maybe they're trying to become you in some way. But it does seem like the reason why they are deconstructing these thoughts and beliefs is because they want to become a stronger individual and a leader, really, who is nurturing and supportive of anyone that they deem or that they accept into their kingdom, I should say. Let's clarify your Two of Pentacles reversed, please. We have the Strength card. So what I really get with that is that you balance and juggle so much because you do have the energy for it. You're confident that you're able to keep all of your balls in the air. It's like you've done lots of practice with juggling. You've made this like a super skill. You have a lot of confidence in being successful with it and feel personally empowered. So it doesn't feel entirely draining, but at the same time, we need to note that this is from the subconscious realm, which means you're patterned into it. And so why did you learn that? Where did that come from? And does it actually best serve you? We will find out more. I mean, that's not a bad skill to have, but it's also with all the other unbalanced cards in your reading, maybe you're overdoing it. But I won't say any more until I get more cards. But first, for the Hermit reversed, Queen of Wands. Again, this to me just very much reaffirms the I want to share and talk therapy it out with someone else. Someone who is caring, compassionate, but also isn't like a sterile clinician. Someone who really has the zest and passion for life, who can feel alongside of the other individual, but not just feel as in like, oh, I'm super sad for you, but can be motivating to them. And they seek motivation from other people. Let's clarify your Emperor, please. One card to clarify the Emperor card, please. Anytime now. Would be great. Oh, sure. Just give two, because, you know. Six of Wands reversed and Two of Swords reversed. What? What? Okay, so if this is how you're consciously acting, which is being in this Emperor energy, a leader, a like stable person, the freezing. And yet it's like you're consciously acting that way because of Two of Swords reversed and Six of Wands reversed. And the Two of Swords reversed is like, I've made a decision, motherfuckers. Like, I've made a decision to be this strong because in the past I felt like I was not victorious or not supported or not celebrated. And so you standing in your power, consciously embodying Emperor energy, is actually coming from a place of hurt and wounding, or that you've at least taken lots of woundings from the past and consciously decided to rise above it so that you could be the strong Emperor type. Take whatever message out of that resonates with you, because I get both of those narratives. Wrong button! I'm having a day, yo. Having a day. Let's clarify the Death card, please. Tell me more about the Death card. Shoo! The Devil. All right. This person is really actively trying to change themselves because they are recognizing their toxic behaviors, patterns, etc. So whatever it is, if it's someone else who is a catalyst for them, it's not really being clear here, but they are aware that they have either addiction issues or behavioral issues, or basically the devil is just not doing really healthy or good things overall. And they are aware of that consciously, and they are actively trying to transmute that energy. So that's really good. Maybe they're in rehab. I don't know. Let's clarify their lessons that they needed, which is about balance, justice for themselves and for the collective. Movement. That's really, like, whoever this individual is, this is the first individual out of all the groups that I actually liked anyone on that side, because everyone else sounded like jerks. But they really want to move forward in life. Their lesson is like, if I need to move forward, then I need to become more balanced, and I need to become a healthier person. I need to not have addictions, or I need to be able to temper myself. I need to be able to be in a happy, healthy space, supported and loved by other people, but also able to hold that space for them too. Let's look at your lesson, which is the Temperance reverse. And you know what? I'm also getting, again, maybe this is super counselor vibe, because on one hand, and we'll find out by the card, but with Temperance reverse, it could really be that your lesson is working with addictions or people who are out of balance. That's far too many cards. Yeah, that's far too many cards. Let's try this again. Temperance reversed, please. Come in. Please tell me about the Temperance reversed. Thank you. All right. Two things here. So if it is about yourself and lessons for yourself, again, I'm going to go with like sometimes being out of balance, even though you've done a lot of great work for yourself. And that out of balance may come from Nine of Pentacles reverse, which may mean like attachments and codependency, or not feeling as independent and strong within yourself. So you put on that illusion for other people, and it's not wholly authentic for yourself. So that may be lessons for you to learn. But also secondarily, if this is some sort of like healer kind of role, I would definitely say that working with people with codependency issues and addictions and imbalance in their life is a huge lesson of what you're dealing with. If it's not being in a counselor type role, it could be a family member of someone who is suffering with addictions and mental health stuff, but who is going through the process of rehab and healing. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities in there for how that plays out energetically. I want to do one last clarification on that Queen of Swords reversed, because that's just like, what? Tell me more about the wheel, the timing, and yet the Queen of Swords reversed. The Star. Just trust. Just trust. It's all about healing. It was the right time to really confront any issues that both of you had mentally, where you were being too rigid, where you were being too austere, maybe you were being too hypercritical. And all of it is in its right timing for both of you to experience healing through this. So I am so glad to hear this for you. Pile number 4. I'm glad you just magically fell out to kind of end this whole series. I know you don't get to see the rest of them, but you could always check them out to know what I'm talking about. But that's everything, and all my graphics popping up far too soon. Group number 4. Please do consider doing the like, share, subscribe. It's very helpful for supporting the channel, as you are well aware. You can also go over to my Instagram page, which is called Imagination Witch, if you would like more free tarot readings, which are based on astrology, as well as some astro wheels. I'll put up playlists on the screen in case there's other questions you would like to explore in the pick a card readings. And until next time, magical group number 4, hopefully we will see you in some other readings. Be well.